Excellent. Hi, welcome. Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. I have got a fun one for you today. This is one cocktail, one recipe. I know the last few weeks I've been drinking more than one, so I decided let's just keep it to a single cocktail today, okay? This is a cocktail you may not have heard of before because honestly, it was new to me, and it's called the Wardroom. During the holidays, I like to drink port wine. That's one of those things that I will go and pick up around this time of year. In fact, there is some port in today's cocktail. I will tell you the very little history that I know. We'll do a little workshopping, and then I'm gonna present the recipe. So if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes, and let's go make the Wardroom to the bar. Today's video is sponsored by Viski. Viski makes everything you need behind your bar. Barware, glassware, wine tools, smoking contraptions, ice molds, decanters, the list goes on. You may have seen in the past I use some Viski glasswares on this channel, like this one right here. This beautiful lowball is called the Beau Lowball, which means beautiful lowball. But today, I'm not here to talk about those glasses. I am here to introduce a new collection from Viski called the Paragon Collection. These are stainless steel drinking contraptions, vessels. Now they are double lined, so they're insulated. And on the inside, most importantly, is a thin ceramic coating, so it doesn't taste like metal. I've got 3 here, but there are 5 in the collection, and they come in 6 different colors. So there's a lot to choose from. The first one is a sipping cup meant for straight booze. It's really lightweight. It also has little grooves on the inside so that as you swirl your glass, it helps to aerate the booze. Yeah, that tastes just like bourbon. This right here, this obsidian tube is actually a 16-ounce highball cup. It does have a nice little top on it, so if you want, you can turn and seal it up. This smaller cup here is the 12-ounce lowball cup. This is gonna be great for an old-fashioned, Mai Tai, cup of coffee, hot toddy, you name it. These are gonna be good for a barbecue, a bonfire, camping, or you're enjoying something in a highly violent environment. If you click on the link down below and use code Anders15 at checkout, you'll get 15% off site-wide. So you could buy the entire site and get 15% off if you use that code. Thank you, Viski. Onto the film. The Wardroom cocktail. Nobody's talking about this drink. In fact, you probably don't even know about it. I could only find one place online that said anything about this recipe, and that is Difford's Guide. This drink was created in 2020 by a bartender named Jason Clapham. I know nothing about him other than he's got a ton of cocktails on Difford's Guide. But this is the only place I'm seeing this cocktail recipe. And this is really interesting to me because I never saw this on that website, but somehow it got on my radar. In fact, it's been in my notes for over a year. And what I have in the notes is the Wardroom, and then in parentheses, I had written Cognac, rum, port. Holiday, question mark? And Cognac, rum, and port are actually 3 of my favorite things, so I understand why it caught my attention. I just don't know where it came from. Anyway, those 3 ingredients make for an interesting cocktail on paper, and I'll tell you why. Because I look at that and I see a split base, meaning there are 2 base spirits, rum and cognac, and then you have port wine, which is a fortified wine. We've got base spirit and fortified wine. That's very much like a Manhattan. There are also 2 other ingredients involved. Angostura Bitters, which is in a Manhattan, and Maraschino Liqueur, which is not. So it's actually 5 ingredients. A lot going on in this drink, but I thought this would be a fun one to workshop. That's your history. It's found on one place on the internet, and it was created by a guy I don't know, Jason Clapham. I'm sorry, Jason. Jason, if you are watching this, by the way, maybe you can answer some questions down below. What are some of your other great drinks you've made? Are you Simon Difford? What's your relationship over there? Because you got a ton of cocktails on that site. And how did you come up with this cocktail? What were your original specs? What rum were you using? What port were you using? There are a lot of questions here. That's why I thought, let's workshop it. So I'm gonna talk you through it right now. The first variable I wanted to address was the rum. I wanted to pick which rum I was gonna use for my final cocktail. I had 3 rums on hand, different styles, different age statements, and I made them all in the cocktail in equal parts ratios. And because they were equal parts, I was able to make half cocktails, built them right in the glass. I can worry about balancing later if need be. And from there, I had 2 favorites. So I took those 2 onto the next round. In the second round, I wanted to pick a port. The first round I used a ruby port. Second round, round, I wanted to try them with a Tawny Port. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping that the Ruby Port would be better here because then I'd have more Tawny Port to drink on my own. It was very greedy of me. However, I preferred the Tawny Port to the Ruby Port in this cocktail. At the end of round 2, my favorite was the Flor de Caña 7-year. So that was the rum I wanted to go with. Now for round 3, I was going to make a full-size cocktail. I decided to keep the maraschino at a bar spoon. Maraschino liqueur does add a touch of richness. Out of curiosity, I tried it with a couple different liqueurs and without any at all. Here is what I settled on. Now the booze. We are gonna need cognac, rum, port, maraschino liqueur, and Angostura bitters. 5-ingredient cocktail. That's actually a lot of ingredients for a pretty straightforward drink. Cognac, this is one thing that I didn't change at all in the workshopping process. It is not too punchy. It kind of tames the rum. Cognac is a generous spirit. It plays well with other spirits, and it actually, it's kind of like improv, you know? Like the idea is to make the other person look better. Cognac is a yes and spirit. Now with rum, there are a ton of different options you could go with. Obviously, I only worked with 3. This was my favorite, the Flor de Caña 7-year, but this would work with any number of other rums. I probably wouldn't go with something too strong a flavor. As you can see, I've been enjoying this port. I like this on its own. You don't need a 20-year tawny to make this drink. That just happens to be what I'm using today. Maraschino liqueur. We are gonna use a very small amount. We're talking bar spoon, 5 milliliters at most. I also mentioned you could make this without this, but it does add a little bit of sweetness that keeps the drink from being a really dry cocktail. If you want a dry cocktail, leave it out. Angostura bitters, this is just a dash. A Manhattan without bitters isn't the same. This drink without the bitters wouldn't be the same. So with that, let's build. We're gonna stir this drink, so get a mixing glass. I do think it is best served up, so get your glassware chilled. First things first, the cognac. 1 ounce of cognac. Rum, 1 ounce. Tawny Port, 1 ounce as well. 1 dash of Angostura bitters, or 2 if you got a little dasher bottle like me, and then 1 bar spoon of maraschino liqueur, or 5 milliliters. Little goes a long way. Please God, don't overflow this. Now we add ice and stir. 30 seconds or so. By the way, do you know what a wardroom is? A wardroom is a room on a warship where military officials socialize and eat and live. It's probably good. I always like to push it a little bit more because of my ice. I have hard ice. Grab your ice cold vessel. There we are. Let's drop in a cherry here. This is gonna kind of serve as our little garnish and something to shoot for at the end. Strain the cocktail into the glass. All right, so there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the wardroom. Cheers. Oz, would you care to join me?
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
The first sip.
Okay.
Let me know what you think. Honest opinion, no feelings will be hurt.
It's good.
Passes the
Ooh.
test. Something happened
Yeah,
late there. Is the maraschino too much?
I don't think so.
Okay, cheers. That's nice. The caramely notes come from that Tawny Port, maybe a little bit from the aged rum, but mostly the port, and that's what I love about port. I still get that maraschino liqueur. It's not too much.
Andres is sensitive. I don't know if he's already explained this to you, but he's sensitive about maraschino liqueur.
So there it is. Oz, thank you for joining me here for this tasting session.
Oh, you're welcome.
What do we think, everybody? The Wardroom. Have you heard of the thing? Will you make it? I sure hope so. Thank you, Viski, for sponsoring today's film. Don't forget your merch. We do have our cocktail prints, a few of them back in stock. Sign up for the newsletter, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Goodbye.